I just built this crypto mining phone farm. In this video, I'm going to share exactly what I bought and all my costs to set this up. I'll share what crypto I'm mining and the farm's current profitability. And finally, I'll give you my reasoning why I built this farm. But before we get started, I want to give credit to where I got this idea to build this phone farm. I watched this video from Retro Mike Tech on his phone farm and it inspired me to build my own. I'll link his video in the description below. While you're there, give him a follow. He's got some great straightforward crypto videos on his channel. Now for my phone farm, I currently have 30 phones mining crypto. I have 27 Samsung Galaxy AOS 3s and 3 Samsung TCL A3s. For those 3 TCL A3s, I accidentally bought the wrong phone on eBay. Oops. I bought 10 of my Samsung Galaxy AOS 3s on Amazon for $49.99. Note there is a purchase limit of 2 from each seller on Amazon, so if you're looking to purchase a large number of phones, you'll have to go another route or have a lot of friends. For the rest of my phones, I checked Facebook Marketplace in my area, but didn't really have any luck, so I went to eBay, where I was able to pick up all the remaining phones for between $28 and $45. I personally wouldn't pay more than the $50 price for these phones on Amazon. There's a lot of people on eBay asking way too much for these phones in my opinion, so don't be a sucker and overpay. For the shelving for these phones, I combined 2 of these Amazon adjustable shelves to house my phones, which made the phones fit very nicely. I also bought these foldable cell phone stands so I could easily view all my phones at once. I then zip tied them to the shelving so they wouldn't move around on me. Now these cell phone stands are a little pricey, coming in at $2.50 each, so you could probably skip these if you want. Then I bought these nice charging cables which swivel and connect to these 6-port charging stations. The swivel feature is nice because it gave me just enough clearance from the shelf above. Now the problem with these cables is they were way too long for my needs here, so I ended up having to wrap the cables around the shelf grates for cord management purposes. Also, I found it kind of annoying that each charging cable pack came with 5 cables, but only 4 of each type of tip. Here's just some of my actual costs for all these items. So I paid a total of $1,214 for my 30 phones, which averaged out to about $40.49 per phone. If we take my total cost, which includes all the accessories, it came in at $1,548, averaging $51.62 per phone. Now there were a few other things I did not include in this cost summary because I already had them. They include a meter box to check the electricity output of my phone farm, a power strip to plug in the charging port stations, and finally some zip ties for cord management. Now these are just my base costs excluding taxes and shipping. Everyone's taxes and shipping amounts are going to be different based on their location and the type of farm they're wanting to set up. But I'm really trying to lay out rough numbers for everyone so they can get an idea of what a phone farm would cost to set up. I'll leave links to everything I purchased in the description below if you're interested in picking something up. I personally track all my miner purchases and all my mining expenses so that I can deduct them and depreciate them for tax purposes. You should really be doing the same, but obviously this is not financial or tax advice. Next, let's talk about what I'm mining with these phones. I'm mining the cryptocurrency VerusCoin, which has a ticker VRSC, currently trading for just over 37 cents per token, and has a market cap of just about $27.5 million. Now, it hit its last all-time high on April 26, 2021, about 2 years ago, at $3.42. So almost a 10x from current prices. So what is VerusCoin? Well, VerusCoin is a zero-knowledge technology, privacy-oriented project working to offer public blockchains as a service. VerusCoin introduces new consensus algorithms called proof of power, a 50% proof of work, and 50% proof of stake algorithm. And it aims to solve weaknesses in other proof of stake systems. We scroll up here, it does have trading pairs available on SafeTrade. Now, I personally have not sold any of my coins yet. I'm really waiting for much higher prices in the next bull market to sell my coins. If we go over to the Verus website, you can see currently 26 million coins are being staked, or about 35% of the total supply. If you look at the total mining hash rate, it's currently at 202 gigahash per second, which is equivalent to about 67,000 mobile phones or about 6,700 high-end CPUs. Now this mining hash rate seems to be fluctuating quite a bit. When I looked at this about 2 days ago, it was about 30% higher. So I don't know if something substantial has happened in the few days to cause these numbers to fluctuate so much, or if these numbers are just maybe being incorrect. If you know, let me know in the comment section below. Now I mine VerusCoin using the pool luckpool.net. As you can see here, they are the #1 pool for VerusCoin in terms of network hash rate, garnering about 70% of the total hash rate for VerusCoin at the moment. Now, I chose Luckpool because they have a very low payout minimum as well as low pool fees coming in at 1%. which is pretty standard for most mining pools. They also have a nice dashboard on their website, so you can monitor all your different miners, your hash rates, and your payouts. Next, let's talk about profitability. Now, you're definitely not going to be able to retire off a cell phone mining farm, but it is profitable, which is better than a lot of cryptocurrency miners currently out there right now. Now, when I don't have a fan on my phones to cool them, they hash at about 3.5 megahash per second per phone in my basement at about 72 degrees, times 30 phones equals a total hash rate of approximately 105 megahash per second. Now, based on my meter box, the farm generates about 91 watts of electricity when I don't have the box fan on. At my current rate of 12 cents per kilowatt hour electric, and assuming a 1% pool fee, the entire farm generates about $1.10 in revenue per day. 26 cents in electric expense for a profit per day of 84 cents. Now, I found running a box fan behind my phones helped to cool the phones, which is important for safety reasons, prevent the batteries from overheating and exploding. But running a fan also increases my hash rate. My hash rate increases from 3.5 up to 4.1 megahash per second when I have the box fan on the farm. The downside of this box fan is it is quite old and uses quite a bit of power, so the power jumps from about 91 watts to 195 watts with the box fan on. So the box fan increases my revenue 17 cents per day from $1.12 up to $1.29. It increases my electric expense 30 cents per day from 26 cents to 56 cents. So the fan actually decreases my net profit per day by 13 cents from 86 cents down to 73 cents. Break-even time of my phone costs of $1,214 at those profit figures is currently 1,449 days, or about 4 years when I don't have the fan on. And then when I have the fan on, it's 1,670 days, which is just a little over 4.5 years. Now, personally, I'm not super worried about this long break-even time because I'm waiting for much, much higher prices of VerusCoin to sell my coins, which should greatly reduce that break-even time when I do sell my coins. Now, despite the slightly lower profitability, I'm choosing to keep the fan on. It keeps the phones at a lower temperature at about 30 to 31 degrees Celsius, which equals about 86 to 88 degrees Fahrenheit. And it increases my hash rate, which increases the amount of VerusCoin I'm earning each day. Now, if you're watching this video on a phone and you're enjoying this phone farm content, really would appreciate if you scroll down and hit that like button for me. Thank you. Next, I want to go over my reasonings for building this phone farm and why I'm such a big fan of mining VerusCoin. First, the cost to start mining VerusCoin is very minimal, coming in at anywhere between $30 and $50 per phone. And you actually might already have an old Android phone sitting in a drawer at home somewhere, which you could power on and start mining today. Now, sorry iPhone users, VerusCoin mining is not available on iPhones. Second, this phone mining is profitable. Not super profitable, obviously, but I'm really mining this as a speculative bet that we're going to see much higher prices in the future as we approach the next bull market. Third reason is versatility. There's currently other cryptocurrencies that you can mine with cell phones, but they're not as profitable as VerusCoin, but there is potential in the future where we may be able to dual or multi-coin mine with our phones. I also think of these phones as kind of like GPU rigs, where you can switch between different cryptocurrencies as speculative bets as prices change. That adds some flexibility for our mining. My next reason is the resale value of these phones. Unlike a traditional ASIC miner, which will lose its value substantially once it becomes unprofitable, these phones will still have a resale value in the future as long as there's a demand and a need by people to buy these used smartphones. And I don't see that going away anytime soon. I could really see in a couple years from now, if I wanted to sell my farm, I could probably recoup a vast majority of my costs that I incurred today. So that's something to consider when you're laying out money to purchase a farm like this. And finally, I had a lot of fun building this phone farm. It was really easy to get set up, and it was a lot different than a lot of other cryptocurrency mining projects I've been involved with over the past couple of years. Now, did I go a little overboard buying 30 phones over the past month? Yeah, probably, but sometimes I can't help myself.
I have problems.
What other phone mining content do you want to see? Let me know in the comments. Or if you think phone mining is stupid and a waste of time, feel free to let me know that too. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video over here, so click that video now, and I'll see you over there. Goodbye.